Good morning. It's Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady. It is midweek, so happy hump day. I Yesterday I got a very direct message from the Galactics. If you've followed me, you'll know that I think I said in my life, well, I've certainly recently said that the Galactics, which is, extraterrestrials, whoever we connect with, or some unknown, that right now the veil is thinning so we can tap in, or we're going to be getting direct messages. I'm a channel, and those of you that channel will know that, especially this time. Now, this is an interesting month for me. This is my birthday month. There's a lot of activity leading up to the 14th, which is actually my birthday. So it's actually going to be interesting to see that intensity on Friday, as it's a full blood moon. But so what has been happening for me is I've been doing some internal cleansing. So I'm doing a 10-day full moon parasite cleanse. So as I've said, as I'm shedding, as I'm, what they're telling me, as my vibration is changing and I'm moving up and shedding, and also doing the same inward. The veil's thinned for me enough that I'm actually having memories of a past life. So I've had several memories of me in another lifetime. Last night I was actually sitting eating dinner with my son, and I suddenly said, "Oh, why am I hearing again?" And very clearly I was hearing shields up, shields up. Now, I talked about this in my previous video, and saying, it's not to scare us, but I'm like, so I stopped and I started to speak to my son about it. And as I was speaking, I had this image of me. I don't even know what century it was. I'm not really good with that. I was a man. I was on a battlefield in full battle armor, including the metal helmet thing. I believe, as I was talking, first of all, I thought I was hearing it, but it was me saying shields up. And again, I've got chills when I say it. And the image they were showing me was as we were attacking a castle, and they were shooting arrows. And I'm sure you've seen this on, history channels or movies. As they were shooting arrows, you took a knee and you put your shields up, and it formed a barrier. So the next one. These were huge, heavy. I could feel the weight of the shield. I mean, it was a real sort of immersive experience. It was, I could smell where I was. My sword was very heavy, but it was shields up. And then I'm like, why am I having that memory of being on a battlefield, shields up? And then I got the message, which was, we need to protect ourselves. So the shields up was, first of all, taking me back to a past life, which I'm grateful for, because I love to know where I was and what I was doing in lifetimes. They don't usually tell you, oh, you're in the 15th century or you're in this century. But clearly I was on a battlefield, and I was a man. I could feel myself. I had muscles because, we were lifting. Maybe I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate. But the message was that they wanted me to pay attention to the shields up, because they're saying we need to, we need to protect ourselves from EMF frequencies that are going to be increasing. And I think this is about solar flares, about the radiation from, and I did read somewhere that we're on a direct path of these solar flares, but they were saying meaning whoever hears this, if you're hearing this, you're meant to hear it. We need to be much more aware of EMF. I had to actually look it up. And it's all our electrical appliances, right? The microwave. I mean, I even have an electric blanket, and I'm like, no, I'm not giving up my electric blanket yet. So, it's a lot of electrical stuff. But what they're showing me, what the Galactics was showing me, was incoming to the planet. And it was just a warning to protect ourselves. So we can do that, the same as we can think about a shield. As I have said before, call in your dragons to shield you, call in your angels, archangels, whatever it is that you feel is protection, they will do it for us. But it was a big, like they were like, you have to go, and I'm working as well. So it was like, you need to go and just give that message, because it will speak to people on different levels. It's nothing to be afraid of. Just be aware. Shields up. And they said we're going to be hearing this more because of the intensity of what is coming to Earth. So there you have it. So while I'm here, I thought I've just pulled the cards for the day, and they're very interesting. I actually pulled 3 dragon cards. I got the Mother Dragon, or the Mother of Dragons, the Son of Dragons, and the Daughter of Dragons. So a family, that's what it felt like to me, was this is a family message. So the Mother Dragon always brings the love of a mother, and that can be the love of a mother for her son, the love of a mother for her family, or for people that did not have the love of a mother when they were growing up. So this is the Mother of Dragons. She also says she's here to love us all, and that she can also protect us. So she's putting out her wings, and as I've said before, they put their wings out and they can literally make like an umbrella over us to shield us. So Mother of Dragons. Daughter of Dragons is the love from a daughter, a special love. So again, this is about those that haven't had daughters. I haven't. I had 2 boys. There is something about the love from a daughter for her mother. And again, I had a very complex relationship with my mother, so it wasn't 2 ways. So again, this may speak to you. And then the Son of Dragons is the peacekeeper. And they're saying, they're bringing this because I've had other cards from another deck about peacekeeper, about keeping the peace. That's why this card. So it's a family message to, be aware of the love. We love our mothers regardless. And just, it's love. That's what I'm getting, is it's a message of family sticking together and sharing the love. And then the other 3 cards from Kyle Gray's is the High Priest is intend and create. So these are pretty powerful cards, especially, I thought that was a card. I think that's a hawk. Here. The Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. So again, we've got 2 Guardian cards, and the Protection. Oh, the Protection Guardian says, drop your shields. So I'm going to say my interpretation of this card is shields up to protect ourselves, but also call in the Protection Guardian. And then you can drop your shield. So they're saying, yes, you do need to be aware of incoming activity, but call on the Protection Guardian and you won't have to put your shields up. Interesting. So High Priest, the Fire Guardian, and the Protection Guardian. So an interesting mix today. So I will put these up on my website. I'll put this up on my website. So I hope you have a good hump day. And, just remember to really be aware, right? Ground yourself. Like, please, please, please remember to ground yourself in Mother Gaia. The deeper that you can go, that she's reminding me, like connect to the core. If you feel guided, see those roots going right down into the core, because once you tap into the core, you're connected to everything. And that's what we're being guided to do these days, is to tap deeply into that core of the earth with our roots so that we can then be one with nature. That's the message. So have a good Wednesday.